I'm trying to talk about dual deworming today and how dual deworming is the most important thing that you can do when you have a barber pole worm load. I made a chart that they're once again trying to eat. I can send this to you. Just leave a comment down below. This is about dual deworming, Athena. When it comes to barber pole worms, deworming with just one dewormer is oftentimes not enough to get rid of the full worm load of barber pole worms. They are very annoying and difficult to get rid of, and they have a lot of resistances. Specifically, they've built up resistances to ivermectin and Safeguard over the years, which is why I do not recommend those, especially if you are doing them individually. Dual deworming is taking two dewormers from two different classes, so like a white one and a clear one, for example, and using them at the same time to eradicate barber pole worms. My favorite combination for deworming, for dual deworming, is Cydectin sheep drench with valbazen. Now, I know valbazen is hard to get right now. I have a ton of it, so if you're in the East Texas area and you want some, please let me know and I will be happy to figure something out with you. If you are unable to get valbazen, Safeguard would be my next suggestion for you, using Cydectin sheep drench paired with Safeguard. And remember, do not follow the labels on the bottle. Those are for sheep, and sheep metabolize medicines very differently than goats do, so they need a much lower dose for it to be effective, but goats need a significantly higher dose than what the label suggests. Again, I have all of that right here on this sheet that Athena's just really trying to eat. If you can, Cydectin sheep drench and valbazen is my favorite combination. It's the most effective against barber pole worms right now, just based off of resistances. A lot of people are not having good results with ivermectin and Safeguard, but if you need to use Safeguard, I recommend using it with Cydectin sheep drench. If you've been deworming and you find now that you're not having a 95% reduction in EPG after whatever dewormers you're using, that is when I would use Prohibit. Prohibit's like the big guns. It's usually a one-time dose. You don't need to repeat it on day 10 like you do with some of the other ones. Prohibit should be used as your last resort when you've tried other things and they don't work and you're not seeing a 95% reduction in your EPG after running a fecal on day 10 or 14. Really, that's what you want to be doing. You want to run a fecal when you suspect barber pole worms or any worms. If you do, make sure you get an egg count, and then day 10 through 14, you need to get another fecal, and you should be seeing a 95% reduction. That means that what you're doing is working. If you're not, then you need to change up what you're doing. I know some people use Quest Plus horse paste. I haven't personally used that. I'm keeping it in my back pocket if I ever need to switch dewormers, but right now, this summer, we haven't had to deworm in a while, but when we have, we've had good luck with valbazen and Cydectin. Now, when I do that, I do Cydectin on day 1, repeat Cydectin on day 10. Ladies, I'm making a video here. I don't know what that is, but that's distracting. Okay, thank you, girls. If you're using Safeguard, you do Safeguard on days 1, 2, and 3. There are two schools of thought when it comes to valbazen. You can either do Cydectin or whatever you're using with it and valbazen on days 1, 2, and 3, the valbazen, and then repeat the Cydectin on day 10, or you can do Cydectin and valbazen day 1, Cydectin and valbazen again on day 10. So there are a few schools of thought. This is turning into a disaster. There's a few schools of thought about what you can do when it comes to valbazen and how to use it, but whatever you do, just make sure that you are repeating on day 10. Definitely at least the Cydectin or the ivermectin, whichever one that you are using as your clear dewormer. And then for your white dewormer, if you are using Safeguard, you have to do Safeguard for 3 days in a row, and then you can repeat Safeguard 3 days in a row on day 10, or if you have good results on a fecal and you have 95% reduction, you don't need to do that. This video has been chaotic, as are all of my videos. I love it.